Yeah, hello guys. Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Football Fan Zone with me, Taylor Banks. And on this evening show, guys, we are going to be discussing a lot of things. We've got a lot to actually get through. We have a lot to go through. I guess I'll just give you guys, little things we're going to be discussing about. We're going to be talking about the fact that Conte has been linked to the Chelsea job. I think that was yesterday. And Marcus Rashford, you know, they've been doubt on his career. They've been doubt on his future for the club. But he has come outside and made a decision to stay. We're also going to go talking about that as well. And I'll be talking about Jadon Sancho. Sancho, I think Eric Ten Hag, Eric Ten Hag needs to apologize to Sancho. That's a fact. This one is a weird one, guys. Jack Grealish has also been linked to Chelsea. But today, it came outside that Hansi Flick is not the favorite for the Chelsea job. I'm also going to be talking about VAR. I'll be talking about the fact that Rafnik has turned down the Bayern Munich job. And I'm going to ask you one question, guys. Has Ant Postecoglou been found out? Then I'm going to be going into Ten Hag. I'm going to be talking about the English media and the ref. And Foden wins Player of the Year. Or should I say Player of the Season? We are also going to be talking about that. Now, I for one, and by the way, guys, please, thanks for getting us to 4,000 subscribers, guys. And please, guys, if you knew you are here, you are new to this channel, please, or you're just coming across this channel for the very first time, guys, please consider subscribing. It is free to subscribe. Bottom right corner, click the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so whenever we upload content, you will always be the first to get notified. Now, what I'm going to dive into right now, I think I'll start with Conte. Because I don't know, for some reason, it was linked to, there was a statement that was made that he has had an agreement to become the manager of Napoli. And all of a sudden, it was linked again to Chelsea's job, of which I do not understand. It was linked to Chelsea job. And can he make it work in Chelsea? Because I, for one, I don't think he's going to take the Chelsea job. I don't. For some reason, I just believe he's still going to just go to Napoli. I see him go to Napoli. Excuse me. Like I said, I see him going to Napoli Football Club because he's more Italian, and I think he will be able to work in that with that setup of in Napoli. I don't think there's a possibility of him coming back to Chelsea. I don't see it happening. So I'm just going to brush that away. Now down to Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford have come out to say he want to stay in the club. He want to stay at Manchester United. And beside, I will say this, guys. Even though if Marcus Rashford did not come outside to say he want to stay, he was going to stay either way because, guys, we should not deceive ourselves. We should not deceive ourselves. We should not. Because there is no way you are telling me there is a club out there right now that will be willing to spend 120 or 50 million on Marcus Rashford. Honestly, I would not even buy Marcus Rashford for 70 million right now. I won't. I would not buy Marcus Rashford for 70 million. How much more? 120, 150 million pounds. Come on. let us be realistic here. If Manchester United are thinking they are going to get 120 million pounds for Marcus Rashford, then they must be dreaming. Tell me which club that is run properly, a club that actually knows what they are doing. Tell me which club will pop out 150 or 120 million for this Marcus Rashford. Because I don't think there's any club out there that knows what they are doing. Not in the Serie A, not in the Premiership, not in League One, not in La Liga, not even the Premier, no, not even Bundesliga. The only people I believe will actually be able to pop out 100 million pounds for Marcus Rashford will be Saudi Arabia. That's it. It will be Saudi Arabia. And the question is this: does Rashford want to go to Saudi Arabia? Because the answer is no. And that's a fact. Marcus Rashford would not want anything to do with Saudi Arabia at the moment. Not even Bruno Fernandes. Now, they've come outside to say maximum clear out. Manchester United clear out. They want to clear out players. But yet again, we have seen Gary Neville did it on his press conference. Said it's a joke. And I've been saying this thing to people because people believe that there is going to be a massive clear out. And it doesn't make any sense to me, guys. It does not. It does not. And they've actually put a value on players. They've put a value on the players they want to sell or their price value for everybody. The Sergeant Ratcliffe and the Ineos group came outside to say um, everybody is up for sale except Rasmus Hoyland, Kobe Mino, and uh, Ale, Alejandro Garnacho. And I remember I made a video and I said something that Manchester United need to actually build the structure of a team around, I think, 6 players. I mentioned 6 players. And me talking about the 6 players, it does not mean I believe other players are washed up or they are not good enough. Far from it. I just believe Manchester United, they need a brand new start. They need a brand new start. And if you are going to have a brand new start, then you must build the team around people that are very young. People like Rasmus Højlund, Kobe Mino, Garnacho, Diego Dalot, what's his name? Andre Onana, Martinez. And these are the 6 people. I will include Messi Mount um, in that as well because they just signed him. I will also put Anthony. I'm not putting Anthony because I believe Anthony has a lot to offer, but because they just signed Anthony as well. They signed him for, I think, 85 million, be 90 million pounds. And when you look at him right now, which club is going to sign him for that for maybe 60 million or 70 million? No club out there will sign Anthony for that amount. So, one thing I said, Manchester United are stocked with Marcus Rashford. They are stocked with Anthony as well. There is nothing like all this thing of massive clear out. It's bullshit because I do not believe it's going to happen. All these players are still going to be here. The only players I believe will leave would be Rafael Varane, Casemiro, Ericsson. Amrabat is going anyway. I don't think they will renew him. Amrabat will leave. Maybe Wan Basaka. But aside these guys, I don't think I see anybody leaving again. Because all of a sudden, they are pushing a kind of PR that Anthony and Marshall is back in training. And if you ask me about Marshall, like maybe a month ago or 2 months ago, I will tell you Marshall will not play for United again till the season end. But right now, it has been said he's back in training. That's to tell you how crap this club is being run. And that's the honest truth. Now, I want to call the price that they've put on these players. Manchester United squad value. Marcus Rashford is 100 and is worth 106 million pounds. That is to Manchester United, actually, not to the world. Not to the world. And you get people talking about Rashford is what that amount is what 100 million pounds is what 120, 150 million pounds. But this Manchester United fan, they forget to understand that not every other club out there are Manchester United. The reason why they are saying Marcus Rashford is what 120, 150 million pounds, it is not because of what Marcus Rashford offers on the pitch. It's the commercial value of Rashford that makes them believe he is worth that amount of money. And guys, not everybody is a commercial or like a branded club like United. There are people, when they pay you money, they pay you or they sign you for the amount of money you get to see, like Jude Bellingham. You get to see that he is worth it. Whatever he has done on and off the pitch signify the reason why he was signed for over 105 million pounds to Real Madrid. I'm sorry, there are clubs out there that are run properly. You don't come and believe because your club is crap when it comes to, signing players. Then you think every other club out there is the same thing as your club. It is nonsense. I don't know where they get this crap from. 106 million pounds. So when you put Marcus Rashford, that has been crap all season, and you are telling me he's worth 106 million pounds, then it means Rodrigo from Real Madrid is worth 200 million pounds. I will not even put Vinicius, Jubeliga, Mbappe, Haaland in this issue. If you're telling me Marcus Rashford is worth 106 million pounds, then Rodrigo is worth 250 million pounds even. Because you have a player like Marcus Rashford that earns the same amount of money that the likes of like elite players like Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, they earn. And week in, week out, we get to see all these players. They showed the reason why they earn 350,000 pounds. They earn 450,000 pounds. You get to see it every week. They prove it, they perform, they show it to you why they are signed for that amount of money or why they are being paid that amount of money. So if Manchester United valued him at that price, guys, man, I'm sorry. You guys are stuck with Rashford for the next 5 seasons. He's not going anywhere. All these Manchester United fans that believes that Marcus Rashford will be sold in the summer, that's a lie. He is not going anywhere because there is no club out there that will sign him for the money they valued him at. And there's also no club out there that will be willing to pay Marcus Rashford whatever is in at United. And this is why I said, this guy is stuck with you guys. Honestly, he's stuck with Manchester United. And again, I also will blame the club. I will blame the club because Marcus Rashford, you could easily say he has been put into he has been given a pressure. He has been given a responsibility that he is not ready for. And this is what I mean by that. Giving Marcus Rashford the number 10 jersey and £250,000 when he was just 22, that was something that lad was never ready for. He does not have it. He does not have that mentality to carry it. Because people still believe Marcus Rashford is a kid. Guys, man, he's not a kid anymore. Marcus Rashford is 24, 26, if I'm not mistaken. Go to Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. is a young lad. Camavinga is a young lad. Rodrigo is a young lad. Jude Bellingham is a young lad. But their mentality here is very strong. Go to Barcelona, you've got Lamine Yamal. Like that is just 16, guys, 16 years old. But mentality-wise, he's strong. And that is something Rashford does not have. And you can simply say United have actually, put a pressure on him that actually affected his game. Because already you have somebody that was earning £250,000 and is wearing the number 10 jersey given to him. He did not earn it. I'm sorry, guys. He did not earn that jersey. It was given to him. Because they made him the star boy of the club. They want to build the project around him. It was given to him. He didn't earn it. And that's sometimes I don't really blame Rashford. I don't. Sometimes I don't blame him. But another thing I'll say is this. Guys, Manchester United are stuck with this guy. And now Rasmus Højlund is said to be worth £93 million. Guys, this is madness. Like, this is madness. Rasmus Højlund is said to be what? He's said to be what? £93 million. Tell me, what has this lad done that somebody actually believes is worth £93 million? You bought a player from Atalanta that scored 9 goals from coming in the bench. You signed him for £72 million. And after a crap year in Manchester United, it's already worth £93 million. Is that not madness? Is that not madness? Yet again, they said Garnacho is worth £92 million. 92 million. Garnacho is worth £92 million. Diego Dalot is worth 61 million. Anthony, 63 million. Bruno Fernandes is worth 60 million. Andre Onana is worth 61 million. With all the blunders he has been doing. Scott McTominay is worth 46 million. Kobe Mino, 45 million. And by the way, Kobe Mino, a club can actually get him for 5 million. Jadon Sancho is worth 43 million. Lisandro Martinez is said to be worth just 25 million pounds. Just 25 million pounds. Mason Mount, they just signed Mason Mount for 55 million pounds from Chelsea. He's also said to be worth 25 million pounds. And people want to tell me that this guy called Ten Hag is going to save his job. Casemiro is said to be worth 24 million. Luke Shaw, 18 million. Harry Maguire, 14 million. Victor Lindelof, 13 million. Anthony Martial, 11 million. Is that a madness, guys? How are you telling me? Like, how are you saying to me that Anthony Marshall, Anthony Marshall is worth 11 million pounds? So you are basically telling me that you still want to cash out on Anthony Marshall because that's what they are basically trying to tell me here. That they still believe they can actually get cash value for a player that at the end of the season he becomes a free agent. How is this club being run? Rafael Varane is also worth 11 million. Malaysia, 10 million. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 10 million. Then Alta Bayinda is worth 8 million. Ahmad Diallo is worth 7 million. Willie Kwambala is worth 1 million. Johnny Evans is worth zero, nada, 0 million. So tell me, are these people not dreaming? So now, these are players, they've listed all these players that they are willing to go. You can sell all these players for this amount. The only players that are untouchable is Rasmus Højlund, Garnacho, Kobe Mino, and Marcus Rashford. But if a suitable deal comes from Marcus Rashford, they are going to listen to it. So tell me, which club out there will come and sign all these players for this amount of money? A club that is being run properly. A club that is being run properly. Because a club that is being run properly, I don't see them coming anywhere near these players. Probably. I will tell you, the only player I believe club will come for, on this list, is Kobe Mino, Garnacho, maybe Diego Dalot. Those are the three players I know club out there will come for. And I'm sure of that. Tell me which other player a club that is being run properly will come for with this amount of money they want to sign these players for. Doesn't make any sense, guy. And Rashford that decides to stay at the club because he knows very well that it is only in Manchester United is going to be able to earn the amount of money he's earning at the club. It's only in Man U. And he knows that it's also only in Man U he will get to be the star boy of the team, the face of the team. He knows very well that it's only in Manchester United he has that power, he has that influence. He knows very well if he goes to other club, he does not become the team player or the most important player in the club. He knows that for sure. And that is why he said he will stay. But even aside the fact that Rashford decides that he wants to stay, I will still say is that there is no way they would have actually been able to do a deal for Marcus Rashford. Because there's no club out there that will sign Rashford for that amount of money. Like, I will tell you guys for a fact, there is no club out there that will sign Marcus Rashford for even 80 million. I get people talking about a deal to Arsenal will make sense. A deal to Arsenal will make sense. Tell me, who is Marcus Rashford going to bench in Arsenal? Tell me. And I'm sorry, he will not suit Arsenal pattern of football. Marcus Rashford is a counter-attacking footballer. Arsenal, they play the ball on the ground. Tell me, who is Marcus Rashford starting ahead of? He will not even start for Chelsea. I'm sorry. I'm not having that. I am not having that. He will not start for Chelsea. He will not. He will not start for Aston Villa. He will not start for Liverpool. Marcus Rashford level is Everton, Nottingham Forest, Burnley, Crystal Palace. And that is the fact. You can want to say whatever I want to say, but I will tell you the fact. It is only Manchester United he gets to be the star boy. And that's why he has to stay. Now, it's a shock that Rafnik have actually turned down the Bayern Munich offer. the job. I was kind of like shocked when I saw it this afternoon. He turned it down. And I guess it will be because of the same thing um, that made Nagelsmann left. Because he actually attended the meeting and tried to have a kind of planning of project planning with Bayern Munich. And I believe somehow, it did not go well. So now he leaves the Bayern job again open. I guess they will still come for what's his name? Dezebi. Because Dezebi and Rafnik were actually the two favorites to get the job. Maybe now they will call for Dezebi. Just have to just wait and see what happens next. And by the way, guys, Jack Grealish have been linked to Chelsea. If it's a rumor, I don't know. If it's a rumor, I do not know. And it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would Jack Grealish want to go to why would Jack Grealish want to go to Chelsea? Like I'm trying to look at if it was Jack Grealish from Aston Villa, it would make sense to me. But guys, man, I don't really see Jack Grealish leaving to Chelsea. I do not see it happening. I don't see it happening. So that is also going to be brushed off, man. That is not something important. English referee. English referees are a disgrace. You know, these people, they bring their bad call. They take their crap call from the Premiership, they take it to Europe. Michael Oliver yesterday gave a player two yellow card and red card without indicating to the player that he got a yellow card in the first half. So tell me, how are you giving a player a yellow card and the player is not even aware that you gave him a red yellow card? Whereby he would have actually cautioned himself and know how to go for tackles and, and stuff like that. He was given a yellow card. This lad did not know he has been given a yellow card. He did not know until when he was giving him the second yellow card and giving red card. Because one thing is this, man. I keep saying this, man. They tell you the officiating is the best. Premiership is the best. It's the best league in the world. The referees are crap. I'm sorry. The officiating and the referees in the Premiership are bloody rubbish. And they keep getting away with it. They get the bad course done. Nobody holds them responsible for it. Tell me, how does it make sense whereby you are giving a footballer a red card and yet you are not indicating or let him know you gave him a yellow card in the first half so that he will know how to, manage the rest of the game? It is a disgrace, guys. It's a disgrace. Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick have actually been the favorite now, mentioned to get the Chelsea job. Prove if they, in any way, decide to sack Poch. Yeah, now I will say this. That would be a very, very good move. That would be a very good move, guys. It will be a very good move. If Chelsea can actually get that manager, then I guess next season we'll see a very, very new team in Chelsea because that manager is a very, very good manager. He is an excellent manager. let's drop the fact that it did not work out in Germany. But man, I would not say no to that manager. As a Flick, it makes perfect sense. If Chelsea are able to do the deal, I will encourage them to actually do whatever they can to get that deal done. If they can get it done, I will really appreciate or advise they get it done. Tell me, guys, do you think Ange Postecoglou have been found out? Because we have a manager, or I think, like, let me know what you guys think. Does he need to learn? Because for some weird reason, I don't understand why he does not just, try to understand that the Premiership is not the Scottish League. It's not. He came into the league. Tottenham were actually playing extremely well. They were playing extremely well until that injury to Van der Ven. They were playing really, really, really well. But one thing I don't understand about Ange Postecoglou is the fact that even with the fact that if he has conceded 2, 3 goals, he does not try, to control the game. Let it be 2-0. They still continue to play Highland, even with the fact that they got a red card sometimes against Chelsea. They got a red card. He was still playing Highland. The second red card happened to Dogi. He was still playing Highland. And you can't do that in the Premiership. You can't do that in the Premiership. Because one thing is that you will get done for pace in the Premiership. You will get done for pace at the Premiership. And I think he's going to have to learn the hard way. But he needs to change. He needs to have a plan B, because at the way he's going right now, what I'm saying is a sack. And that's the issues, guys. All I'm saying, it's a sack. He will get a sack. He will get a sack. But let me know what you guys think on the comment section. Do you think he has been found out? Or you still believe it's probably the injury that is actually, affecting that team? Now, I want to go to the fact that Foden have actually won the Player of the Season. Foden have won the Player of the Season. Tell me, do you think Foden actually deserve to win the Player of the Season? Because for me, it makes absolutely no sense. And you can easily say, this year, I don't think they should be giving that award, Player of the Season. I don't think they should be giving that award out, because nobody have stand out. Nobody have stand out, to show or to secure and say, no, I deserve to win this award. Nobody. Nobody. Nada. Nobody. It was given to Foden. How long did Foden, stepped up for, shine, showcase he could do it? How long? Because you can't tell me he has done it for the whole season. He did not. He did that for a couple of games, or let me just say months. So I do not understand how is Phil Foden getting the Player of the Season. I don't. Sometimes you wonder who are the clowns that vote. That is something I wonder sometimes. Who are these people that vote such a decision? I don't understand. Because if there is somebody you can actually be giving this Player of the Season award to, the only person I think that comes to mind, and that can be like easily, you don't need to argue, easily will be Cole Palmer. I don't see anybody else. If there's a player out there that should be winning that Player of the Season award, I'm sorry, it should be Cole Palmer because he has been the only player. Like you are playing in a Chelsea team whereby every player looks around him looks as if they are not good enough. They are disaster, and yet this guy manages game in game out, to carry Chelsea. Then you have Phil Foden win the Player of the Season over Cole Palmer in a situation whereby he has other players playing the same thing with him. He has Rodri, Bernardo Silva, he has Alvarez, he has Kovacic, Doku, Grealish, Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, John Stones, Ruben Diaz, Guardol, Kai Walker. He has superstars playing around him. And what has it done to be able, or that makes people believe, or the people that voted that he deserves to win the Player of the Season? Because for me, this award doesn't make any sense, guys. Because I honestly believe the person that should be winning this award should be Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer have been a joy to watch. Like that lad, that boy should be winning the Player of the Season over anybody. Over anybody. But what do we know? They know the best. Now, I want to go into VAR. You know, I've been saying this. VAR in the Premiership, I think they need to turn it off. They need to get rid of VAR. Because VAR in other leagues does what it is supposed to do. But in the Premiership, it's like VAR is there to support the referee decision. Whereas it is to assist the referee to make the correct call when the referee gets it all wrong. VAR was brought into football to assist the referees to make the correct decision, over whatever wrong decision he has made in the game. But that is not what we are seeing. And it does not make any sense to me, guys. It does not make any sense to me. And this is why I say, cut it, get rid of the VAR. I was watching the game against Arsenal and Tottenham. I was fuming. At the rate that Michael Oliver was just getting calls wrong. Like, guys, it is a disgrace. This is a derby. Because immediately Arsenal scored a goal and Brighton and Tottenham scored back. It became 1-1. That was a very good game to continue watching. But you know what happened? They went onto VAR looking for something that it's not even there. And they end up making the wrong call. Because I do not understand how you are busy looking when he took the shot where the player was. He took the shot, he touched two Arsenal players. Two Arsenal players. The ball touched, I think 2 or 3. Because he touched the first one, deflected to another person's body. I think it was Gabriel. Then Raya punched it. So tell me, how is that an offside? Whereby a player plays a shot, he touched Arsenal defender. And they went to VAR, check. At the end of the day, they still made the wrong call. How is that offside? Because that was Tottenham being robbed of a goal. And for me, I will say it, and it's a fact, that was where the game was ruined. Immediately the referee, they chopped off that goal. For me, that was where the game ended. And Arsenal went on to do was score 2 goals before Tottenham could come back in the second half. Can these clowns, can the Premiership go and get the offside trap whereby they use in Champions League, they use in other league, and stop this stupid thing they are doing of drawing lines? It's madness. The goal against Man U, Coventry goal against Man U, that was a goal. That was a goal. It was chopped off for offside. They were never sure. There is no way you tell me you have the proof that can tell you that was offside. There's no way. They said they draw the line. They draw line, not using the proper technology to look if it's offside or not. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Now, I want to read some of your chat because some of your chat are coming in. Uh, there are no more excuses for Ten Hag. I'm coming to that now. Ten Hag was doing an interview with Gary Neville today, and he was saying something about the fact that he wanted, what's his name? Harry Kane. And he wanted Frank de Jong. Now, this is coming to why I'm saying this is because of the fact that you get some Manchester United fan base supporting this clown, supporting this fraud of a manager that he did not get the players he wanted. Now, let's be realistic, guy. Was Tottenham ever going to sell Harry Kane to any club in the Premiership? I'll tell you no. Like, it is something we all know. There's no way Tottenham was going to sell Harry Kane to a team like Manchester United or a team like what's it called? Man City. We saw what happened between them and Man City. If they wanted to sell Harry Kane to Man City 2 years ago, they would have done it. But what did they do? They put the price tag in a place they know that Manchester City will not want to sign him for. 150 million pounds. And I think Man City were offering I think around 100 to 120 million pounds. They put his price tag at 150 million pounds, which made Man City backed out. Well, can somebody tell Eric Ten Hag? Because there is no way you are getting Harry Kane. You will never get Harry Kane. There's no way. And in the case of Frank de Jong, so are you telling me Frank de Jong was going to leave a Barcelona, a team like Barcelona, he was going to leave Barcelona and decide to come to Man U that plays crap football? Let's be realistic here. Not every manager, guys, get their first choice. Not all. I have given you guys example of Jurgen Klopp. Klopp wanted Caicedo. Did he get him? No, he did not get him. That was his first choice. Klopp wanted Lavia since he can't get Caicedo. Did he get Lavia? No, he didn't get Lavia. Klopp decided to change it to the third option. His third option was who? Was Amrabat. Did he get Amrabat? No. Now he ended up going for a fourth choice in Endo Watari from Stuttgart. Fourth choice. Was he able to make it work or not? He was able to make it work. That is what proper manager do. That is what a good manager do. All these excuses their fan base are making for this manager, it is a lame excuse. It's a lame excuse. Pep Guardiola wanted Jude Bellingham. He wanted Jude Bellingham as his first choice. Did he get him? He did not. What did he do? He went for Mateo Kovacic, second choice. He got him. So when you are making mistake for your manager, sometimes you also need to sit down, think, and stop being biased. Stop looking for excuses on how to take out, like, from taking out that, make an excuse for your manager. Arsenal, Arteta wanted Mukala Modric. Did he get Mukala Modric? No, he did not get Mukala Modric. What did he go for? He went for Trossard. So when you are coming around, wanting to come and tell me, give me excuses about your manager, guys, your manager is not good enough. If your manager is good enough, he will use whatever he has to get the result. Now, this clown also said something about the fact that Manchester United can never play like the way Ajax plays. That if you want to play the way Ajax plays, you need to go and sign those players. This is a clown, a fraud manager that has been given 400 million pounds to spend on players. You know very well that you want to play the Ajax way. Because if that is what you're making me to believe, you want to play the Ajax way. Then you spent all season chasing Frank de Jong. You want to play the Ajax way. You spent all season chasing Frank de Jong. You also want to play like what you did in Ajax. Who did you sign? Mason Mount. You have spent 400 million pounds, and people still believe that this manager needs to be backed with another 600 million. Because I had somebody, McGoldbridge, saying that McGoldbridge and his fan base, they were saying they need 500 million to £1 billion spent in that team to make it be ready to win the trophy. They have spent 400 million pounds already, and they are still looking like rubbish. They are looking like rubbish. Guys, please, those are lame excuses. This manager is a fraud. I am sorry. Whatever we saw at Ajax, it was not Ten Hag. It was not. It was not Ten Hag. It was Ajax. That was what Ajax have always been all about. I did not see, like, the excuses they make for this manager is just too much, guys. Ange Postecoglou came into Tottenham. Who were the players that was there? The same player he inherited, he added few players to them, and what has been doing? He has been playing proper football. Because on Tottenham under Mourinho, Tottenham under Conte, they were boring to watch. They were terrible to watch. This guy walked into the club in less than 6-8 months. Tottenham was decent. Should in case people do not understand why I keep saying Ten Hag is not a good manager, the fact that Ten Hag was on the transfer window and will allow a player like James Maddison, Yuri Tillemans, and Jimmy Ward-Prowse leave for Tottenham, Aston Villa, and West Ham, respectively, thus tells me all you want to know about Ten Hag. And I said it that if I was United, if I was Tenag, I was going to take bounce on the opportunity that Southampton got relegated. What is it called? Leicester got relegated. I would have used the opportunity to send their players to Man U. But because you have a manager that does not even have a clue of what the fuck he is doing in the club, and you people won't tell you, give him time, give him time. I'm sorry, if you give Ten Hag time, you guys are going to relegation. Manchester United, hear me. If you give Ten Hag another 3 years or 1 year, relegation straight. Relegation. This guy is not all like after the game I watched, after the game he played against the last match. Who was it against? I've forgotten. He came out to say they are the most entertaining and they play dynamic football. Like guys, I think against Burnley, he came outside to say they are the most entertaining football. They play dynamic football. And you ask yourself, is this clown watching the same game we watch? Is he? Motupe says he has to be sacked. Player power or whatever. You don't sub Ganacho to prove you are the boss. Not for much longer if it were up to me. As far as Rashford, I believe he is delusional with Ten Hag. Because you have a manager like Ten Hag that comes to the press conference, comes to the media and lie. When he stopped Ganacho, I think it was against Bournemouth, he was being booed. He was being booed. He came outside on his press conference and said Ganacho is injured. The same player that is injured, the following game is starting. That guy is a bloody liar. Like, whatever he says, I don't believe it. Guys, if that guy comes to me and tell me good money, I go outside and go and check if it's really money. Because I have seen him for what he is. He's a bloody liar. This is a guy that came to mind you. I want to work with Ronaldo. I want to work with Ronaldo. Knowing fully well, he does not want to have like anything to do with him. Instead of just saying it the way it is, let him go. He's not in my plan. You decided you're going to frustrate him, bench him, and we all know what happened next. David De Gea right now is out without a club. A player that won the Golden Glove last season. He won the Golden Glove. He has no club. Because of who? Because of Eric Ten Hag. You know very well you want your own keeper. What you should do is you call it out. I want my own goalkeeper. So that Manchester United will be able to give him a farewell. Like it is a shame and a disgrace that David De Gea did not get a farewell he should be getting as a legend of the club. He did not get it because of Ten Hag. And people want to back him. People want to back him. It doesn't make any sense, guys. It does not make any sense. Now, Andrin says, can't believe some of you guys are still behind Ten Hag. So what he needs to do, otherwise, new coach will keep dead wood. And Nathaniel says, but Ten Hag will be allowed to recruit again. She's asking. After Anthony and all come on, guys, do you remember a good game under him? He is not up to the task. Answer the fact. This guy is not good enough. He's not good enough, guys. We just need to just come outside and call a spade a spade. Ten Hag, I'm sorry, is not good enough. That guy is not it. It is not what we thought. Honestly, guys, people might be surprised at the way I'm criticizing this guy. But the honest truth is, I was one of the people that was actually saying, I believe Ten Hag will do a good job in Man U. I said it. I said it. This manager will really do something in Man U. But after 2 months, I go after a month, I was like, no man, this guy is not it. I said, this guy is not it. I said it. Palmer has the same goals as Haaland, yet he didn't get to win the player of the season. It was given to somebody. Crap. The fans, they expect excellence, a show of strength, not this nerve-wracking cliffhanger stuff that just barely gets you by. And that is what Man U is doing. Because when you ask this client, he tells you he's not worried. It's about the client, it's about the result. How many times this season are we going to see the same rubbish week in, week out? Yet, it's not Ten Hag's fault. It's making sense. Make it make sense. Because the people that are Ten Hag in, they just believe, for some weird reason, they believe it is never Ten Hag's fault. They believe it is never his fault. Like, I do not understand how people are like that. They never, they do whatever and say whatever they can to take the blame away from Ten Hag and put it on the players when they lose. But when Manchester United win, they tell you the coach is a genius. Now, look at what Thomas says. He picks the team. He tells them how to play. He goes no game plan. Gets Zidane in place. He is the only goat that fits United. And that is spot on. Ten Hag is the person that picks the team. He gives them the instruction on what to do on the pitch. So tell me, how are you not, or how are they not performing at the level they should be performing? Because you give them instruction, you tell them what to do. And I've been saying it for a very long time. I said, if you, as Ten Hag, you are giving your players instruction on what to do and they are not doing it, sub them off, bench them if it's needed. Bench them. And I was like, the fact that you will see Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, they cut in, they shoot. Bruno shoot from 40 yards, 35 yards. The fact they are doing this, it is because that is what they are being told to do. Because I do not believe for a second that a coach will tell his player what he wants from them. Go in and do this. And they don't do it. And he keeps playing them week in, week out. It doesn't make any sense, guys. It does not make it makes absolutely no sense. So whatever these players are doing on the pitch is something Ten Hag is actually telling them to do. So tell me, how is that not the manager's fault? I want to know. How is that not the manager's fault? For those people that are making excuses for Ten Hag, tell me, when a manager gives you instruction, you don't do it, I'll bench you. I'm sorry. I'm telling you what I want you to do. You don't do it. Go and ask Belarus when he was playing for under Mourinho. Mourinho brought him, subbed him in. He did not do what he wanted. He did not even last 1 minute on the pitch. He came in, took him out. He came in, took him out. That is how you know a manager. I gave you instruction, go in and do this for me. You go there, you don't do what I want. The next match, you're on the bench. But Ten Hag is too scared to do that. Now, Gene Robinson says, can't wait for a new manager to come in. First thing the new manager has to do is sell players immediately, like Ange did for Spurs. That's a fact. Ange Postecoglou went to Tottenham and immediately got to Tottenham. He told Heredea, "You are not playing for me." That is a manager that actually knows what he wants. He has programmed and looked at the team and said, okay, this guy can play the way I want. This one can play the way I want. This one cannot play the way I want. He lets them go. Guys, the Udogi, the Destiny Udogi that is busy flourishing at the left back from Tottenham right now, was sent on loan by Conte. He was sent out on loan by Conte. But now you have a manager that knows what he wants from a team. You know that this guy can give me what I want. And he has been using me ever since then. And I don't want to tell you about injury. We are playing injury. Guys, I'm sorry. Your first 11, the only player that has been missing for your first 11 is Luke Shaw, is Lisandro Martinez. All season before Varane got injured. That was your first 11. Your first 11 included um, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez. So what excuse are you giving me? What crap are you telling me? So you are telling me because you lose Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez made you crap all season. You want to talk about injury? Go and look at Newcastle. Newcastle are still winning games, beating teams, beat Tottenham 4-0 without important players, Joeliton, Botman, Dan Boy playing. But they are still able to get the result. Go to Chelsea. I watched the Chelsea match yesterday. Basically, everybody they had on the bench were kids from the academy. Kids. All they had on the bench was kids. Every other important players injured as well. Then you want to tell you about injuries. I'm sorry. Injury is part of the game. And that is why you have a long team like 23, 24, 25 players in your team. It makes absolutely no sense. Now, but first of all, I have to call out Hoyland. Absolutely pathetic today, celebrating at the end of the other look embarrassed. I think he was talking about the match against Coventry. Now, Malibina says, sometimes in football, you have to start from zero to get back up again. Get shoot of the high wages and get young, hungry players in to grow the team. That's a fact. That is the fact. Can anyone stop Arsenal? Well, for me, I still believe Arsenal is not winning the league, guys. Honestly. Now, Maribina says you could also argue wanting a bad result for the manager to be sacked is good for the club since he's failing miserably. Like, it has gotten to the point whereby you have football club, their fans wishing for Man U to lose so that Ten Hag can be sacked. Like, how toxic or how bad can a manager be at a club whereby his own fans actually celebrate a lose than a win? Because when you have people trying to push an agenda that okay, that people are happy that they are, or their people are not happy they are losing, they are winning match. When you as a fan is wishing your team can actually lose so that he can get sacked, you should know how bad the manager is, guys. You should know how terrible the manager is. Honestly. Now, it's asking, what make you think that Ten Hag would clear out the players if he stays? Look at his substitution. He has never subbed off Rashford. I've been saying something, and like there has to be something inside Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes contract that says you can never bench them, you can never sub them. Honestly, they have to be, or maybe there's something they have on Ten Hag. Maybe they have his nudes picture, because I do not understand his substitution. Sometimes you get even Man U fans booing him. That will tell you how annoyed they are. Now, Andre says, as an outsider, is the constant deflection. I don't think Manchester United fans' issue with Ten Hag is just him insisting on playing Rashford. It is his inability to get a tune out of the players at his disposal. That's a fact, guys. That is all you need to know, guys. That is spot on. You said it all. The issues, I honestly believe the issue here, some people might not really have fans in like have a problem with him taking out Rashford or not. But the inability to get a tune, make the players you have at your disposal play proper football, the inability to make that happen is actually the reason why some fans are really, really furious. And I understand why. I understand why. People want to make excuses with injuries, with the fact it did not get this player. We have injuries. We have to deal with injuries. And they are not even ashamed anymore. They are not comparing him to De Zerbi. De Zerbi is somebody that lost two of his best players, McAllister and Mos Caicedo. He lost those two players to Chelsea and Liverpool respectively. But yet, as he stopped him from playing proper football, no. He still play proper and good football. And this season so far, he has lost most of his players for all the season. He has basically been playing kids from the academy. As he stopped him playing craft football, playing proper football, no. Because he still plays proper football. So why is Ten Hag issue? Why is Ten Hag an excuse? Why do we have to make excuses for Ten Hag? Now, it's the constant poor performance, the constant opposition looking better than his team. Obviously, players have to take a lot of blame, but he has been poor all season. No one talking. These are Liverpool, these are Man U fans ranting. These are United fans ranting. And that's the truth, man. It's the truth. As much as we're going to give blames to the players, but guys, Ten Hag is the one to be blamed. The Ogakpata of them all is Ten Hag. It's him. I also don't understand when people say you have to keep him and get rid of the players like Bruno, Aaron Obasaka, Rashford, etc. Why would they go? Why would they be going anywhere? They will not go anywhere. Like people, all the Manchester United fans that believes that to get rid of players like Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, and Obasaka is just like this. They are mistaken, man. You guys are mistaken. If you think and believe that you can get rid of players like Bruno Fernandes, Aaron Basaka, Marcus Rashford, Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, like this, guys, you are dreaming. I'm sorry. So you are wanting Ten Hag to remain there. You are getting rid of these players, Rashford, Aaron Basaka, Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay. The same people, the same players, this manager is using to save his job. Because make it make sense. This manager, like every Manchester United fans, believes that Bruno Fernandes is not good enough. Rashford is not good enough. Scott McTominay should not be playing for Man U. They believe it. But yet the manager in the club, whereby he has been given £400 million to sign players, he's still using the same players that Mourinho have used, Van Gaal have used, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have used, Rafnik have used. He's still using those same players to save his job. And yet you can't even see a glimpse of what Manchester United could be like in how many years' time. You don't get to see it. We are too, they are too fast to talk about giving the blame to the players and not to the manager. Now, in the business says, Ten Hag plays them game in, game out. Okay, Ten Hag in, plays them game in, game out. He obviously rates them. Fact. They barely get subbed. Players who deserve a game don't get a look in. None of it makes sense. I'm happy. I am obviously happy at the comment I am actually getting, guys. I am really, really happy. He plays his players game in, game out. He rates them, and that is why he plays them. He rates them. He rates those players, and that's why he plays them. If he does not rate them, he will bench them, put his own, then probably give them 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But it's the other way around. He put the player he bites on the bench, use the same player that have been there for how many years to save his job. And by the way, guys, please, if you enjoy the content, sorry, do not forget to subscribe, guys. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, guys. And with your help, guys, I know I can get there. We can get there. With your help, we can get there. Now, Gene says the problem is obviously the players before the manager. I'm sorry, that is nonsense. Yeah, for the people that believes the manager is not at fault. Those are the people that believes the manager is not at fault. Because I can tell you so many matches, and I can't tell you so many. I can tell you about one. And he has the biggest Manchester United platform online. And he has been able to brainwash his subscribers, his followers, to be thinking like him as well. You talk against Ten Hag, you get blocked. He has successfully brainwashed his subscribers to believe or manipulate his subscribers to believe that Ten Hag is not a problem. Ten Hag is not a problem. The players are the problem. That there are players Jose Mourinho want to get rid of, they are still here. But those are the same players, the same manager who is not the problem, is using to save his job. Those same players. Somebody that knows football, proper football, came into the club and said that Manchester United Football Club needed open heart surgery. Ten Hag had the opportunity of working with that manager. What did he choose to do? Ignore. He has ego. He has pride. He ignored it. To make things worse, he came in and said he does not want to work with Ragnick. And that's why Ragnick was sacked. And now, because you have a manager like Ragnick that know what it's all about, that have been there, he got a job by Austria. He was able to take Austria, that have been crap, for Euros. That same manager was linked to Bayern Munich, a bigger club than Manchester United. He was linked. He had a meeting for them because he does not want to be a puppet. He just turned the job down. Because that is the only reason I believe he will turn that job down, because he does not want to be yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. He wants to be a manager that is able to do whatever he wants to do in the team. I am sure Marcus is enjoying his mega deal money. I thought when a player gets the bank roll, they are supposed to elevate their game and take it to another level. Not Rashford, not Marcus Rashford. Now, the English bias is hilarious for Rashford. Month in, month out, we hear the same garbage when he does not play well. Marcus seems to be doing the exact opposite, and I am supposed to cheer for the guy as a fan and pop my money into the club. Forget it. He is not enjoying his football at the moment. Any other foreigner, it will be they are not good enough for United. And that's a fact. When he's an English player, he's not enjoying his football at the club. But when he's a foreigner, it's not good enough. The Man U fans thought they were back after a lucky win, a tired team. But once again, the real Manchester United turn up. They should be really next to Chelsea. In the league, but they have been so lucky and jammy this season. Amazingly, they assist. Please keep Ten Hag as your manager and give him another 400 million to spend. Now, this is a fan, taking a banter at Manchester United. They want them to keep Ten Hag at the club, and that's how you know a manager is not good enough. When you have opposite club fans wanting them to keep him at the job, because he's not good enough, guys. He's not. Continue so that he can bring in top quality ballers like Onana, Mount, and Rasmus. You clowns. That's what I said. That's what I said. Trouble in United players aren't United. Trouble is United players aren't United anymore. They play for themselves, not for the badge. They just don't have the chemistry they once had. There you have it. Your content is the best. I'm learning so much about football on your streams. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Shout out. Welcome. Now, I said something about Sancho. I'm sorry. Ten Hag needs to apologize to Sancho. Ten Hag was like, I one thing I know is this. Manchester United, some of the Manchester United fan base will not want to admit to this. But Sancho have actually gone to Dortmund and proved himself and proved to us that Ten Hag does not have a clue of what the fuck he's doing at that club. And is a bloody liar. We saw what Sancho did to Atletico Madrid. We saw what Sancho did to PSG. Like, he is the only player to be able to take on players and beat them after Neymar. Neymar did it 3 times. The only player that's been able to do it is Sancho. And this manager called Ten Hag came on here and told us he's a lazy player. He's not good enough. He does not train enough. Came and told us about him not training to the standard he wants. Then you watch what they are doing, Rashford and them. What Rashford, Anthony, Bruno Fernandes, all of them are doing Man U. So is that a level of standard you want to get to? Because it's a question I'm asking. You have a player like Sancho came outside to defend himself. And with the game we watched against Dortmund, I am sorry, Ten Hag needs to apologize to that guy. He has to apologize to him. He has to apologize to him. And now he was being asked at the press conference. He could not even say a word. He could not say a word. The door will always be open. And you get some stupid clowns talking about how he did not apologize. Did Rashford apologize for going to go and take a piece and go to the club? Did he apologize to the fans? Because when it's Sancho, they treat it in another way. We had somebody like Garnacho liking a tweet. Garnacho liked a tweet. He did not get the band. He did not get treated like the way they treated Sancho. And people want to argue about Sancho. Guys, you boss Sancho when you don't even know what to do with him. Manchester United kills career of players. Good players comes to the club and they die. Their career does goes that way. We can go in and I will give you so many examples. So many. Marshall, Donny van de Beek, Lingard, Sancho, Sabitzer. These are people, they come to Man U. Before you know it, they are crap. Add Eriksen to the list. Add Casemiro to the list. They come into the club and career just dies. Paul Pogba was even the worst one. Came into the club, career dead. Juan Mata came into the club, career dead. Before Juan Mata left Chelsea, he was the Chelsea best player twice in a row. Came to Man U, career gone. And we have seen them ever since they leave the club, they go somewhere else, they flourish. Sabitzer, that could not get started, he was playing in the semi-final for Dortmund. I don't want to tell you about how there is pressure. There is pressure playing for United. Guys, that is nonsense, guys. Are you telling me that there is pressure playing for Manchester United? What is so special about United? You guys are not fighting for Champions League. Europa Cup, you're not there. FA Cup, you're not there. I'm sorry, League Cup, you're not there. Premiership, you're not there. So why would I be having pressure playing for United? Why would Sancho, why would Casemiro, that have won Champions Leagues, why will he be having pressure playing for Manchester United? Those are stupid excuses, guys. Stupid excuses. Well, like I said, guys, this is where we're going to end the show. Please let me know what you guys think of the conversation, guys. Feel free. I will also reply in the conversation. That will be all for now, guys. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here with me, man. I really appreciate you guys being here with me. And for you guys, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. Please. It helps the channel to grow. Takes us to the next level. So, road to 5,000. And I believe, guys, with you here with me, we can make it happen. Thanks for watching, guys.